Good evening, I'm Kiana. In recent developments, tensions have escalated between renowned entertainer Katt Williams and music mogul P. Diddy. Williams, known for his candidness, has openly discussed refusing significant financial offers from Diddy, citing reasons of personal integrity and moral standards. This refusal appears to have soured relations between the two, with Williams alleging that Diddy has been sending him threats to silence him. Williams has been vocal about Diddy in public forums, sparking controversy and reigniting discussions about Diddy's past conduct and allegations. Despite these claims, it is important to note that they remain allegations, and Diddy has not been formally charged with any wrongdoing. The situation brings to light long-standing rumors and stories about Diddy's history in the music industry, including unverified claims involving other high-profile figures like Tupac Shakur and Suge Knight. These rumors, dating back to the 1990s, suggest a pattern of aggressive and possibly illegal behavior, although no concrete evidence has surfaced. Adding to the complexity, there are claims from other artists about Diddy's conduct, ranging from alleged intimidation to inappropriate behavior. These allegations, coupled with recent lawsuits, have significantly impacted Diddy's public image, prompting him to attempt a rebranding. As the story unfolds, the entertainment community and the public remain divided on their stance, with many supporting Williams' outspokenness against Diddy. The situation remains dynamic, with new developments and revelations continuing to surface, keeping the focus on Diddy and his past and present actions. Take a look at the video, comment down below, and let me know what you think.
I'm gonna tell you like I told Puffy, I don't let men take me out, sir. I'm good. I'll do no damage. I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely.
So it looks like Katt Williams might have bitten off a little bit more than he can chew, because he might have just set Diddy off and made him super furious. And he has been allegedly sending some threats to Katt, telling him to keep his mouth shut on his business. Now see, Katt has had a lot to say about Diddy in the past couple of days alone, and Diddy is finally sick and tired of this business being out there. But then Katt is not the type to let himself be bullied and intimidated into silence. So not only is he not keeping his mouth shut, but he is also calling Diddy out, slamming him for trying to allegedly unalive him. Y'all, it looks like the situation is about to go from bad to worse, cause Katt is about to light Diddy up.
What's happening, Puff? I'll be back to you if JD ain't had enough. Yeah. Jermaine Dupri, king of the if you ask me, baby. Jermaine Dupri, small as a child.
Now, if y'all thought that Diddy being exposed by multiple people over the past couple of days was going to try to make him behave and stop coming for people, then y'all probably have not learned from the stories that have been going around for years about Diddy. And I'm not even talking about just Cassie's lawsuit. Now, y'all gotta keep in mind that these are all allegations and that Diddy has not been charged with anything. But there are whispers that go way back to the 90s about how Diddy allegedly unalived his ops. Now, there are whispers on the streets that Diddy allegedly put out a hit on Tupac because he had heard from the streets that Tupac was planning to out him for being gay and on the down low. What made it even worse is that Tupac was signed to Death Row Records, which was owned by Diddy's biggest op of all time, Suge Knight. So Tupac was spilling the tea on Diddy would have really been bad for him at the time, and his career would have never been the same at that point. Now, Keefe D, the man who has been arrested on charges related to Tupac's murder, even claimed that Diddy put a $1 million bounty on Tupac's head for anybody who could unalive him. But one of Keefe D's associates revealed that Diddy put payout on $1 million, but it never got to Keefe D because somebody else got greedy and decided to keep the money for themselves.
Well, the story that has circulated was that after Tupac got killed, Puffy allegedly gave the money
I heard
to Zip.
Yes.
And Zip was supposed to give the money to Keefe and them.
Yes.
But he never gave the money to him.
But thank God he never gave him the money, right? Think about it. If he gave the money, Puffy will be in prison now, money for hire, a murder for hire. So thank God, it's just a true story. I'm not saying yes or no, but if he would have gave them the money, it'd have been a murder for hire and Puffy would be locked up.
Now, one of Keefe D's associates even revealed that the FBI was able to trace the money, confirming that Diddy did pay it out, but it didn't get to Keefe D.
The FBI said it was just Zip.
So the FBI told you the
said he
same
was a
thing?
dirty motherfucker, yeah.
So the FBI told you that Zip kept that money as well.
They said Zip's a dirty motherfucker. Everybody cross you.
So again, the stories about Diddy being a real bad man have been around forever, and Cassie's lawsuit talked about it a lot. I'm not talking about the part where she claimed that he put his hands on her or pimped her out to other men. That was bad enough. But the part I'm talking about is where she claimed that he tried to take out his ops for his own reasons. Now remember how I said that Diddy and Suge Knight were ops? Well, Diddy held a lot of grudges over the years allegedly, because Cassie claimed that Diddy tried to take Suge out. She said, for example, on one occasion, one of his security staff barged in and announced that Suge Knight, a longtime rival of Mr. Combs, was spotted at Mel's Drive-In Diner in Los Angeles. Mr. Combs began to get dressed, retrieved multiple guns from a safe, and ran out of his home to where he believed Mr. Knight was dining. She also claimed that Diddy allegedly tried to unalive Kid Cudi because he found out that Cassie had been dating Kid Cudi after she left him. She said, Mr. Combs told Ms. Ventura that he was going to blow up Kid Cudi's car and that he wanted to ensure that Kid Cudi was home with his friends when it happened. Around that time, Kid Cudi's car exploded in his driveway. So one thing about Diddy, it looks like his memory is long and he knows how to keep a grudge for a long time, and he comes after his ops, especially those who try to expose his sexuality. And that's what it seems to be going on here with Katt. Now honestly, we should have seen this coming because the things that Katt said about Diddy in his Club Shay Shay interview were wild, and that's to say the least. And get this, that wasn't the first time that Katt spoke about Diddy, because back in 2011, he tried to expose Diddy and Jermaine Dupri for allegedly being creepy towards young boys.
What's happening, Puff? I'll be back to you if JD ain't had enough. Yeah? Jermaine Dupri, king of the if you ask me, baby. Shit. Jermaine Dupri, small as a child.
For context, Katt was referring to allegations that Diddy and Jermaine Dupri had allegedly essayed Chris Cross when they were both signed to Jermaine Dupri's label. Jermaine had discovered both boys in a mall, and he immediately walked up to two children who were unaccompanied by an adult and offered them money and to make them superstars. But if that isn't creepy enough, then I don't know what is. What makes it even creepier is that both boys got the heebie-jeebies from Jermaine as well, because their instincts told them that he was a child P, if you catch my drift. In an interview, one of the boys said, "We were just playing video games in this mall in Atlanta when all of a sudden this dude comes up to us and said that he'd like us to work with him as rap musicians. We had no idea who he was. In fact, I told Mag Daddy that I thought this guy was probably a child molester. Yeah, he basically just looked at us all funny. They probably should have listened to their instincts, but again, they were children and he promised them fortune and fame, so of course they took him up on his offer. But unfortunately, they allegedly fell victim to the sick things that happen in the industry, including SA. According to Katt, Diddy and Jermaine Dupri allegedly did swapsies with their artists, where Jermaine allegedly swapped the Chris Cross boys with Diddy's girl group Danity Kane. Allegedly. Now, y'all know how Diddy used to go head to head with Aubrey O'Day, one of the members of the group, because he didn't think she was submissive? Well, Diddy desperately wanted to control everything about them, from their looks to their clothes and stuff like that, and Aubrey was not having it.
I wasn't willing to do what was expected of me. Not talent-wise, but in other areas.
And were other girls doing?
I was the only one that was in those types of positions.
Wow. When you look back on that, how does that make you feel?
You know, I have such a love-hate with it all, because I don't think I would have been able to be so successful in so many other areas had I not been trained under Diddy. He was the hardest person that you can work for, and it was torture.
Well, his bodyguard, Gene, has since claimed that the reason that Diddy was so obsessed with how the girls looked is that he wanted them to look good because he was allegedly pimping them out.
Because I heard him, and I'm giving you this, Aubrey. He stood up there and he said in front of a lot of people, we were in the studio, and I said something to him and walked out the studio. He said, yo, I'ma drug their ass off and pick them out and pimp them out to my nigga. He said, I'ma drug them out I'm gonna get them all on drugs, and I'm gonna pimp their ass out to my... And I was like, them somebody kids. And walked out.
Aubrey had also hinted at this when she said that not only would Diddy body shame them, but he also tried to hook up with them and got mad when they turned him down.
Thing you could imagine why somebody would want to fire somebody.
Can you give us a little?
I wasn't willing to do what was expected of me. Not talent-wise, but in other areas.
And were other girls doing?
I was the only one that was in those types of positions. Under Diddy, he was the hardest person that you can work for, and it was torture. And not the work part of it, but the other stuff. Mind games, like just all the girls were so divided, and the men and the people running it had their hands in it, moving everything. When you're that young, to understand your worth as a woman through the men that I was around, and that was very traumatic. I don't think any of us have healed from that. Diddy would be like, you're not hot anymore, like what happened? You don't have anything, like you don't have any curves. You're looking like you're not looking like, I can't get people to think that you're my good looking.
Well, Katt claimed that Diddy and Jermaine allegedly swapped the Criss Cross Boys and Danny D. Kane girls around, which is just some nasty, nasty stuff. Katt also claimed that Diddy allegedly SA'd some artists who were signed to Bad Boy Records. Don't even get me started on the allegations about what went down between Diddy and Usher, because that's a whole nother level of insanity. In an interview, Usher spoke about his experience with Diddy, saying, I want to save some ish for my book one day. I'll put it this way, there was a lot of sex. He also had an interview with Howard Stern where he claimed that he engaged in a lot of inappropriate stuff.
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I mean, but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle,
right?
And I saw it, and it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild. I did say is that there were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand.
But that's not all, because Katt also revealed that Diddy had been trying to bed him for years, and that Katt kept turning him down. Diddy allegedly offered him $50 million for a one-night stand.
Had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely.
Y'all, when I tell y'all that Katt's revelations blew up the internet and started the conversation to Diddy once again, this was just embarrassing for him because he had been trying to rebrand himself since Cassie's lawsuit started. It had been a very hard time for him because his reputation has been in shambles since. I mean, he has still got his comments off on his Instagram because he is still getting cooked. Well, according to insiders, Diddy was hoping to start 2024 on a clean slate. You know, new year, new me, that kind of stuff. Well, insiders are saying that he and his PR team had a rollout plan for his new rebranding. But now that Katt has spilled the tea again, he's getting dragged all over again, and it's messy as F. But word on the streets is that Diddy is not pleased about it. He is allegedly sending some heavy words at Katt, who reportedly took this as a threat to his life and has been telling people to hold Diddy responsible if anything happens to him. Allegedly, Diddy threatened to permanently shut him up if he ever said anything else about him. Well, people are definitely standing 10 toes down with Katt against Diddy, and they've been leaving comments saying Katt Williams says Diddy wants to kill him. Just a reminder, Katt Williams said Diddy wanted to sleep with him, and Katt never lies. Why is Diddy still in the closet? All the accusations Cassie made clearly showed he's gay. And it's crazy Katt Williams has been telling us stuff for the last 10 years. Nobody cared, but now everybody wants to listen. I feel like the Diddy lawsuits play a role here. So it looks like Diddy might want to lay low for a bit longer because people are on to him and they are keeping a very close eye on him right now.
What do you make of all this? I would love to know what you think. Again, I'm Kiana and we appreciate your time. Please stay connected and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button. Good night.